One brings gifts. The other brings punishment. Together, they bring justice. The chains hit first, a sound like iron teeth grinding against cobblestone. Then the bells, deep and wrong, nothing like church bells. Then the breathing. Wet, animal, close. Lena pressed her back against the bakery wall, clutching her older brother's sleeve, and watched the dark shape lurch around the corner into the village square. It stood 7 feet tall, covered in matted brown fur. Curved horns scraped the eaves of the apothecary. A tongue, red, obscenely long, hung from a mouth full of teeth that were not human teeth. The creature swung a bundle of birch switches in one clawed hand. In the other, it dragged a wicker basket large enough to hold a child. Krampusnacht had begun. The beast and the saint in the alpine villages of Austria and Bavaria. December 5th belongs to fear. December 6th, the feast of Saint Nicholas, belongs to gifts. The two knights are married to each other. You cannot have the saint without the beast. Chains to drag them away, switches to swat them first. Street. Nicholas arrives in bishop's robes, carrying a golden book that records every child's behavior. He asks questions. He distributes oranges and chocolates. He is gentle, but he does not travel alone. Krampus walks behind him, not against him, beside him, dispensing what Nicholas cannot, consequences. The beast is not a devil in the Christian sense. He does not tempt souls or wage war on heaven. He is older than Christianity, older than the church that tried to ban him, older than the villages that built shrines in his honor. He comes from the same dark place in human imagination that understands a truth most modern holidays ignore: good behavior only means something when bad behavior is punished. Without Krampus, Nicholas is just a man handing out sweets. With Krampus behind him, every orange is a reprieve. The Krampuslauf. Every year, months before December, young men across the Alps begin carving. Wooden masks with twisted horns, bulging eyes, teeth carved from linden wood. Some cost thousands of euros. Some weigh 40 pounds. When the carving is done, they stitch fur suits, attach cowbells the size of fists, and forge iron chains long enough to. The Krampuslauf. When the beasts rule the streets. On the evening of December 5th, they become Krampus. The Krampuslauf, the Krampus run, fills every alpine village that keeps the tradition. Packs of fur-covered figures burst from side streets, chains clanging, bells roaring, birch switches slashing at exposed legs. Children scream and sprint. Adults who are caught take their swats and laugh. The sting fades, the bruise is a badge. Tourists, who came expecting Christmas markets and hot chocolate, flatten themselves against walls and stare. The air smells of schnapps and wood smoke. Hot wine steams from stalls at the edges of the square. After the runs, the Krampuses pull off their masks, faces red with sweat, and drink with the same neighbors they were chasing 10 minutes ago. The village is small. Everyone knows everyone. The beast who terrorized your daughter is the electrician who fixed your kitchen light last Tuesday. The children's reckoning. For children in Krampus country, the weeks before Christmas are a moral audit. Parents count offenses. Grandmothers issue warnings. Krampus is watching, they say, and the children believe it, because on Krampusnacht, masked figures do come to the door. They rattle their chains. They peer through windows. They ask, "Are there bad children here? Have you been good?" And the child hopes the answer is yes. The punishments are graduated. For small offenses, a swat from the birch switch. Painful, temporary, forgotten by morning. For worse behavior, the basket. Krampus stuffs naughty children inside and carries them to his lair. Or so the thread goes. In the darkest versions, wicked children are dragged to freezing streams or carried to hell. No parent expects it literally. Every child fears it completely. This fear is formative. Alpine children learn early that actions have weight, that someone keeps score, that being good is not automatic but chosen. They also learn that terror can become a memory worth keeping. That the night they ran screaming from a fur-covered electrician becomes, by January, a story they tell with pride. The shadow that makes the light. The Catholic Church banned Krampus more than once. Too pagan. Too violent. Too far from the gentle Jesus of the Nativity. But the Alpine people kept their beast. They hid him during the bans. They brought him back when the pressure eased. By the 20th century, even the church had stopped fighting. The tradition survives, because we still need to believe that behavior matters. Krampus endures because he fills a gap that sweetness leaves open. A Christmas that is only gifts, only warmth, only forgiveness loses its shape. There is nothing to push against, nothing to contrast with, nothing to earn. Krampus provides the contrast. He is the shadow that makes St. Nicholas's light visible. He is the reason the chocolate tastes so good. Because for one night, it might have been a birch switch instead. In modern cities far from the Alps, Krampus has found a new audience. People who have never seen an Austrian mountain dress in fur and horns for December parties. Horror films cast him as a villain. Greeting cards feature his snarling face. But beneath the costume parties and the merchandise, the original truth remains. Morality needs teeth. Kindness means more when cruelty is possible. And the sound of chains in a December street is the oldest reminder that the season of light was never meant to be comfortable.